don't have to worry about being quiet with me. But yeah, let me just share real quick some of my experiences. When I first came out to Bethel, I was really hungry for the supernatural. I had just come back from Brazil with Randy Clark and Bill Johnson, and had seen a lot of miracles there. And it was interesting because while we're there, Randy Clark is in particular sharing stories of his journey of moving into healing and moving into miracles. And he was talking about, I believe it was 20 years before he ever saw people get healed. 20 years. I had just realized God healed people today 3 months earlier. And then I saw dozens of people get healed. That's acceleration, just in case you didn't realize it. In case you didn't catch that, 3 months is faster than 20 years. It's a little bit better bang for my buck. You know? And so it's great how it works. And it's amazing when you talk to, or when you hear Randy Clark or Bill Johnson, and they're talking about it, because Bill will say, you know, when I see someone that just got saved 3 months ago and they're seeing things get healed that I'm still, you know, sometimes maybe seeing healed. And he's just like, I'm amazed. And I'm excited, because that means they're going further and they're going to take it further. And you start seeing, like Brad was just talking about from John 14:12. I tell you the truth, anyone who has faith in me will do what I've been doing. He'll do even greater things than these because I'm going to the Father. It's like, yo, I'm checking out. Take it further than I did. You know? He wants you to take it farther. So one of the things that happened for me once I got to Bethel was I was hungry for it, just had gotten back from Brazil, and was going through our healing rooms training. We have healing rooms that were started by John G. Lake back in Spokane, Washington. Now they got restarted by Cal Pierce. And we had an impartation service at the last of the trainings. And the guy who leads our healing rooms, Joaquin, came up and prayed for me, and I could tell something significant happened. And so after the service, I was like, God, I really want to see some people get healed. And as I walk out, I felt, oh, wow, a little impression in my ear. So I started looking around, and the first guy I saw had a hearing aid in that ear. So I followed him into the parking lot and asked, prayed for him, and nothing happened. I was like, oh, well, at least I felt something, because I didn't know what I was doing. I'd never really felt a word of knowledge like that before. Walked towards my car further. To make a long story short, all 5 people in this group get healed, all from words of knowledge. One of them had never had feeling in her legs in her entire life.
Wow.
And she was at least in her 20s, possibly 30 years old. Never had feeling in her legs at all. Got feeling in her legs. All things from word of knowledge, all things that I didn't fight for, I didn't pay the price for, but that I got for free.
Wow.
It was a taste of becoming a son. And so it's interesting when Brad talks about the wilderness period, because in March, this past March, I was in Mexico with the same guy who leads our healing rooms. I was on his team in Mexico, and I was going through kind of a wilderness, like, I'm trying to find what's going on, like, oh man, I was going through a tough time as far as needing to press in but not knowing what was going on. I wasn't sensing things that I used to sense. And so there he is again, Joaquin, he's trying to teach me. He's like, all right, you see that? Wait for the anointing to come, then pull that thing out. It's a little bit more technical, seeing things in the spirit. But anyway, so he was still trying to pour into me. He was still trying to invest that in me. And at the time, I'm just like, I don't get it. It'd be like if my dad was trying to teach me how to fix something on my car. I can add oil, I can, do a couple things, but for the most part, I don't get it. I don't have a clue. But over time, you start picking things up as they keep investing that in you.
Right.
And so over this summer, continuing to be around him, I went to the hospital with him one day to pray for a woman. And it might as well have been like there was 2 of him there. He was seeing things and was doing things, and then I was doing the same. And I was like, hey, do you have pain in your left shoulder? God just showed me He wants to heal that. And she's like, well, yeah, I do actually. Pray for it, and the pain would go. And so all of a sudden it became where I kind of stepped into that place as a son.
Wow.
And one thing I realized this summer, there's also another, the man who's the youth pastor at Bethel. I also kind of realized I've stepped into a place of sonship with him as well. And I realized with both of these men that as soon as I became a son, as soon as I realized who I am as a son, I in turn wanted to father. I in turn wanted to be a father. As soon as I stepped into it, whereas I hadn't necessarily had the desire to raise up the next generation who's going to come after me, as soon as I realized I was a son and actually had the understanding, oh, I'm a son, and then all of a sudden I was like, all right, who can I pour into? I started looking for some people. And so a month ago when I was in Oregon, I found some people that are going to be coming into first year this year, and I was like, I found some that I can pour into. I found some that I can teach what I've learned so that they don't have to take 9 months to get it, so that they can pick it up in a week. Why wait 9 months when you can pick it up in a week? It's a lot better. And so I want to leave you with just one last thing. Well, I think one last thing.